Jason Burmis here, and as you can see, I am streaming actually from my phone in front of my second studio. Why am I doing that? Well, right now I am streaming Clay Clark's Reawaken America tour over at Rockfin from the main office. Therefore, we're doing this video not only to direct you to that, but to let you know about some of the technical difficulties in this Saturday morning MoTown edition of the Info Warrior. So apparently over there, if you were watching it, I tried to live stream the first part twice unsuccessfully. I was wondering what the hell was going on. I thought it had something to do with my equipment. I put a driver in or two. I deleted them. I restarted my computer. I did a bunch of tech dork stuff. None of it worked. And then they came out and said basically they were having trouble streaming the live stream audio. I think they're having difficulty now. But man, it's so difficult because you had Zelenko there. Zelenko gave just an incredible speech, not only about human spirituality, but transhumanism in general. And he showed how the shot was really the end game of this whole thing, in the sense that it is getting you ready for this very real transhumanist agenda. Sherry Tempany is going to be speaking later. I was really upset because Dr. Richard Bartlett spoke very briefly and gave a presentation, and unfortunately, because of the audio issues, we deleted that. So check in throughout the day. That's going to be going on over there. I will be maybe popping in and out, and we'll see. Hopefully, again, the audio gets fixed because that is nightmarish, and we apologize. Let's talk some other things. So Alex Jones yesterday discussed the CDC putting out that tweet that I had shown a couple days back, saying that 10% of the nasal swabs had gone into labs for genomic sequencing. Now, underneath that is a Wired report, and you really have to pay attention to the Wired report to understand they're taking human DNA. Let me repeat that. They're taking human DNA. In case you didn't know, they're taking human DNA. So they kind of gloss over this fact, but go watch it for yourself. We'll probably end up doing a watch along, probably a little too spicy to do on YouTube, but we'll start it on YouTube and bring it back. We'll try to do that by Monday. Maybe we'll do it Sunday afternoon. We'll see. Basically, what they're showing you is that they're taking 10% randomly of these nasal swabs, and then from there, they act like, well, we need to figure out where the mutations are, okay? And then from the mutations, that way we can identify the variants. Now, if you watch the entire thing, what's really telling about that is when a person of authority, an authoritative source, one of these people with 3 letters before their names, PhD or I'm a doctor, blah, blah, blah. When they ask about the variants, he says this may help us to identify. And then he actually goes into how you can identify it basically by the time period you got it. But wait a minute, I thought we were genomically sequencing these to figure out what the variants were. And yet, he can't provide information that genomic sequencing actually has anything to do with figuring out what the variants are. Furthermore, when they show you the computer model, right, they show you 3 separate sections of what they're sequencing. And the orange section is the human DNA. Let me repeat that. That's the human DNA. And everything else is like sparkly colors and multicolored, and they're focusing on that, right? That's the magician's trick. So let me repeat this for you. The CDC is now admitting, and believe it, you think it's 10%, folks. I mean, give me a break. That's what they're rolling out with their studies or whatever they want to say. That's actually the truth of the matter. It's unfortunate. It sucks. But one of the reasons I never really got a test either. I wasn't just going to put it out there. Not that I'm naive enough to think that my biometrics aren't everywhere. My stupid face is on the internet constantly. Like, I've never done the 10-year challenge, all those, moronic things you see in the feed. No, I've never had to do that. We're not doing that in Burmistown. But at the same time, you literally have over a decade of me with my ugly grill in video motion, okay? That's easily facially mapped. And remember, when we talk about NASA, when we talk about technology, when we talk about facial recognition, when we talk about this COVID 1984 nightmare, a lot of people are like, well, why would they want the mask if they want to do the facial recognition? Well, that's because they want to go beyond facial recognition. They've already done that to a degree where they're pretty, assured if they want to use that technology, they can. And now they've not only gone into the motion of walking, but the good people at the World Economic Forum, the Davos crowd that we just love so much, and they love you. They really love you. They explain that they're actually going to use NASA technology to hone invisible lasers on your heartbeat, which is just as unique as your fingerprints and your face. Isn't that lovely of them? NASA tech to figure out your heartbeat. Man, they are great people. They're the kind of people I think we should let run the world. You know who they remind me of? They remind me of that Good Time guy from the Sam Adams commercial that's like really smart with the Boston accent. The one that takes his pants down when he's going to take the boop boop and everybody's happy and now he's dancing with robots in the Super Bowl. Yeah, they're good people. They love you. We'll be dancing with robots, me and you, as we go to Mars on Elon Musk's space rockets. Don't you know? That's what's going to happen. So, folks, if you're just joining me, thumbs the video up, subscribe, share. I don't even know. Well, you're watching on YouTube, so I guess the GoFundMe link is still down there. But we've got to move on from that. I'm trying to move on. I've got to get this Stripe thing up and running. And then I think we're going to go actually directly through Podbean to get people more aware that we're putting a lot of these things out in audio format. Again, making more work for me. That's why we need to expand. We need to get a building. We need to get interns. We can only do that with your help, especially with more and more censorship. We're trying to keep this so that people, that still watch cat videos can find my stuff and then come over to Rockfin. And by the way, over at Rockfin, hopefully they have solved the issue. But Clay Clark's Reawaken America tour is actually going on right now. I would encourage you to go check that out. Again, they had big time audio issues. Zelenko gave such a power. I'm going to get Zelenko on. Actually, the people that contacted me there put me in touch with Zelenko. That, of course, will have to be a Rockfin exclusive. And Zelenko, no on YouTube. No. We're not allowed. You know who we need to have on? We need to have on somebody from Davos so they can set me straight, so they can tell me all the wonderful things they're going to do and tell me what the narrative was during this whole thing. That's a great idea. That's what we want to do, gang. So we're going to keep this one under 10 minutes. That's right, Jasmine. Rockfin. Please. What about AJ? It's what are you saying? Hi, Jason. Appreciate your self-deprecating humor. Speaking of AJ, what do you make of him saying it's what? It's the M's. I don't know what the J's and the M's are. I don't know what that even means. Like, what are you talking about here? You know who I think it is. Again, it is a consortium of power-mad, predator-class people that call themselves elite, that are nothing of the sort. They are not smarter than me. They are not smarter than you. They happen to have more resources and the ability to be sociopathic and homicidal. And they work in unison together to get a bunch of people to fight with one another, okay, and try to label certain groups, whether they be one secret society or an ethnic group or a religious group or any of those things, when in fact, there are people that partake in all of those things that collude together to control us. So Alex Jones's opinions are going to be Alex Jones's. You've heard mine a million times. Thumbs it up, subscribe, share, head over to the Rockfin. Right now it's going to be going on hopefully all day. Hopefully they're going to fix that audio. Lots of great presenters. In fact, I think the Iowa Mama Bears, who are friends of the show, are coming up. Make sure to go check it out. ROKFIN.com/Jason Burmis. I absolutely love you guys. It's not about left or right. It is always about right and wrong. And we'll see you on the flip.
Damn, that was like the perfect thing.